welcome back to the seventh and final video on building relationships with your elementary students. Today I'll be taking a look at giving autonomy and choice and how that builds relationships inside the classroom. I think it's a valuable piece for any school, and even taking away the relationship portion of it, building student voice and student autonomy and choice is incredibly important to help students prepare for coming grades in school, and also for their careers and life, being able to challenge, being able to stand up, being able to stand on their own and persevere and have grit through tough situations where they need them. Having voice and choice and providing them with choice helps them be innovative as well, because they are the ones taking responsibility for themselves. Well, how it affects relationships, though, but I believe Stephen Covey talked about his first 7 effective habits, but then he added an 8th, and that was finding your voice and then helping others find their voice. And I think as a teacher, we often, again, have strong voices, especially once we get in front of our class. We're able to talk, we're able to share, we're able to give knowledge, but that second part about helping others find their voice, we as teachers need to help kids find their voice, to find how they can interact with the school community, with the classroom community, and then go beyond that by empowering those students to do more, to be their own person, be an effective person inside the classroom. This empowerment can come through many different forms. A couple of things that I've listed here is leading classroom discussions and morning meetings can help empower students to find their voice. Genius Hour or personal projects that help inspire students to do something new and something that they care about, they're passionate about. In elementary, it needs a little bit more scaffolding and focus, but anytime you can give students a chance to learn what they want to learn, the engagement level is incredibly high. Even through choice lessons, having students vote on lessons they would like to learn about, their engagement will be so much higher, because they're the ones that were responsible for the choice of that lesson. You may have the knowledge that you're passing along to them, but they want to get involved. Simon Sinek talks about leaders speaking last, and I think that really hits home inside of a classroom discussion. Often we as teachers are the first ones, or very early we chime in with our opinions to help students to maybe gain that knowledge. However, taking a step back and saying, all right, here's the question we pose, and let every student talk before you say a word. That's powerful, because it gives them the idea that the teacher values our voice. They've heard me. I don't have to worry about the teacher's expectation for an answer and try to fit the teacher's ideas of answers into my own. So this helps them craft their own answers based on their own or the other students in their class, or from their own information. So making sure you speak last in the classroom at times is really important. Changing your seating arrangements, or the way you structure where students sit during the lessons. Not always being at the head of the classroom, that stage on the stage, but get and mix up with the students, make circles. Use different seating arrangements and seating styles, so Socratic methods, sitting across from each other, things like that. Provide unstructured time and play is really important as well. I know in an increasing environment of constantly looking at test scores, achievement scores. That sounds like, what do you mean? We'd never have time for that. But these unstructured play times and work times during, especially in elementary school, they need those to be creative, to be innovative, to think on their own. A lot of students already in the 4th grade teachers struggle with that, because they're so used to teachers saying, okay, next we're going to do this, or parents saying next you're going to do this, and all their time is structured with activities. They lose that ability to create their own time and to create their own activities. Encourage and incorporate self-reflection activities, looking back and reflecting on what you've done and how you can improve yourself next time. And these have to be self-reflections. You can provide some of that feedback, but it's better for their own voice to say, okay, this is what I did, this is where I can go. Providing scaffolding and structures for how you can help the students accomplish that is pretty important, but it needs to be meaningful for them, so that has to go through that self-reflection phase. And then just build confidence in students and their ability to innovate and make new things and produce new things, and have their own authentic ideas, and encourage them and say, that's great thinking, awesome, I love your ideas. And the last moving on from that would be to involve kids in classroom projects. Involve the kids, get them engaged in your classroom. This could be setting up the simple as setting up your school class library. How do you guys want to organize the books? What do you think would be the best method for this? Can you create the classroom jobs and some things? Been here for 2 weeks. Can you build those classroom jobs and see what do you think we need? How about you arrange the seating arrangement, or you arrange the tables? What do you think best meets our needs as a classroom? And then build space and bring in things into your classroom that help your kids learn and help them be more comfortable and call it their own. Even let them go as far as designing their own lessons, depending on if their abilities to do that. But you'd be surprised at what kids can come up with even at a young age to teach. And then they're probably better at teaching it because their cognitive level about it and their vocabulary is then on par with the students. So telling them and asking them to create and design these lessons any way they see fit is an empowering thing. You may not get the exact content that you want to get across, but the soft skills that are learned by students are going to be incredibly valuable. And as you get older, you can even start going into flipping your classroom, but using the Flip Mastery, where you present all of your videos, and have all the content for the students, and they work at their own pace. This provides a voice for them. It provides autonomy for them to say, okay, I'm at this point. This is where I want to be, and then they can push beyond the boundaries and feel strong in themselves that they were able to accomplish it on their own, work at their own pace and their own needs. It's incredibly important to build that student voice, and that relationship is connected directly to that by, once you give them a voice, once you give them autonomy in the class, they're going to respect the classroom, they're going to respect you, and they're going to feel valued in it through all of these different activities that you can choose to help build that student voice. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed these couple videos about how to build relationships, especially in elementary classrooms. Thank you.